Yes, indeed. Great to hear from some of the drivers there. Colby Patterson.
Greatest tent I've ever known.
Greatest tent I've ever known. What a lovely little chap. Right, Archie Lovett is on pole for this one then. Alongside him is Will Green. Then it's Jarla Sayer and Jesse Phillips on row number 2. Then George Edgar and and someone else will be there on 6th position.
Archie Lovett, Max Endicott are next, followed by Jesse Phillips, Will Green, Finley Lyons, Sukmani Kira, Kanish Grau 8th, then Nat Johnson, Harley Musk, Max Ewell, Ethan Woodward. On row number, it's Aaron Richardson, George Clark, George Edgar, Jensen Ackerman, Teddy J. Porter, Jacob Bashler, and Ian Nayer. The final rows on the grid, that is going to be Noah Curtis, Archie Owen, Harrison Rogers, Luca Narroway, Rashid Halal, and Knight Measures. Here we go then. Into Wilkins. Oh, the field being slowed down very, very much. Out of Wilkins, they come to the line, and it's a false start. It's a false start. There's one driver right at the back there that was slowing down. No, on the foreground there, that's Alan Bryant. Good to see Alan back in the thing, and he's telling the drivers, you got one more chance, or I shall go to the back. Okay, Alan, you tell him. Yeovil's finest, Alan Bryant, giving the drivers the finger poke of doom.
No one wants to see the finger poke of doom.
No.
Scary stuff.
On the live chat, Derek Clemens, well done, Austin Newstead. Austin Newstead again, once again, for the final time. To remind everybody, keep it respectful, and I appreciate everybody who takes time to make a comment. All the fans of karting, those fans of being keyboard warriors, not a fan, you can disappear. Here we go then. Night Measures there at the back. Second time of asking. It is Jarla Sayer and Archie Lovett, Max Endicott and Jesse Phillips on row number 2. This looks good. And we come to the line. Now the lights are out. Now we're off and racing. Oh, Archie Lovett made a very good start. Hope it wasn't too good as they come around turn number 2. They're 3 wide, they're 4 wide, and yet they all managed to get through safely and cleanly.
Yeah, George Edgar was there involved in the 3/4 wide. Oh, a little bit of rubbing on the exit there around the left-hand kink. They get down to the Stratford hairpin, all facing in the right direction. A couple of drivers out there on that big curb on the exit. Got to watch out for those, as we said earlier. They're pretty big compared to these karts. You definitely want to keep off of them. As you see one driving into it, and they crash off into the barriers, off into the banking.
It was the 15 of Nat Johnson, the 75. That is the entry of Max Ewell from Optima Performance. And, well, they're okay. They've dragged a bit of grass onto the circuit, as they both managed to continue on the way. There is a move. That's one of the Jamie Green racing karts.
We've got the 18 off as well. The 18 had pulled over to the side of the road. I didn't quite see it. That was Noah Curtis.
Oh, dear. So, well, BMR, the karteth giving, karting giveth and karting taketh away.
Indeed.
One lap after BMR celebrate victory, one of their drivers out of the race. Rashid Hilal up to 20th position. One of our 2 drivers from Bahrain.
The second place battles starting to get interesting. However, I've been super impressed. Archie Lovett already starting to build a gap in this one, and we know how difficult it is in these slightly slower powered karts. As there's a move for second, finally goes for it as Jarla Sayer. We saw him all over the back of Max Endicott's car earlier on in this lap, and finally gets the move done for second place. Max does squeeze back in 3rd place, but he's got Jesse Phillips right behind him. Jesse Phillips trying down the inside, and more drivers following through as well. I think that was Finley Lyons as well, trying to squeeze his way through, and they're still going side by side as they head through the left-hander there of Pit Ben, now heading down towards Stratford, and it's all started to kick off as there's another move down the inside from the 54. That's Will Green making moves. So Will Green ahead of Finley Lyons there. Jesse Phillips just ahead of them.
Indeed, he is. Lovett still leads. Somebody returns to the pit. Another driver coming back into the pits to retire, but the leaders down Hanger Straight. And the top 3 in danger of breaking away. The 2 Fusion drivers, Sayer and Phillips, closing in 2nd position. So a quick glance. Jesse Phillips, he hasn't won a race this year. He's got 2 wins to his name in his career. Finished 6th at the season opener and 3rd at Glenagorse. He's got 7 podiums in his career. That's what helped him get to the 2022 Army Cadet British title. He's just set the fastest lap of the race. Into Stratford corner, Endicott opens the door, makes a move, and picking up 2 places there. That was the green helmet. That is the number 91 of Finley Lines.
Will Green got shuffled back there, didn't he? He's trying to go down the inside there into the S's and does grab it through that Bruno chicane. So taking back 1 position he lost, but I think he lost 4 in that initial overtake out of Stratford hairpin. So trying to get those positions back, as that's a late move to the inside, but he gets it done. Really, really nice move there from Max Endicott, and following him through as well was Kanish Grau.
Yeah, and again, Endicott, he's a privateer driver now. He's got some, there's the number 18 Kart back out and running.
Good to see.
That is Noah Curtis. So he's been into the pits. Obviously, the problem has been solved. The mechanic has solved the problem, and he has gone back out. There is a repair lane here at Shenington that allows that to happen. He is... Well, do you know what? He hasn't got a full lap down as Noah Curtis. Good work there from the mechanic. Or has he gone a lap down? Yeah, I think he has gone a lap down. No, he hasn't. He's a long way behind. That is fantastic work from the BMR team, because if there happens to be a Battenberg flag or a pace kart situation, well, Battenberg flag is a pace kart situation, then he'll still be at the back, but he'll be right at the back and right behind the tail enders. So here's your top 3. Lovett, Phillips, Jarlaseya. Archie Lovett, kart number 88. 1 win. He won the opening round. Oh no, he won the most recent round at Glenagorse. The opening round this year went to George Edgar for Fusion Motorsport at PFI. Then it was ORM, so ORM and Fusion tied 1 apiece this year in this class, but it's now Fusion 1-2 as Phillips takes the race lead. Oh, and that's Harley Musk in kart number 21. Having a spin and getting going, that will drop Harley to the back of the pack.
Indeed, it's all kicked off, hasn't it, in this gaggle? Archie Lovett had a good, decent lead, didn't he, at one point? Maybe even close to a second. He pulled out by himself after the first couple of laps, but
teamwork makes the dream work, though.
Quickly reeled him in, haven't they? And now done that overtake. And as you say, teamwork makes the dream work. They've both managed to follow each other through, get past, and now once again Jesse Phillips has that rear gunner in Jarlaseya. And to remind the viewers at home as well, make sure you're subscribed to the Motorsport UK YouTube channel to catch an interview I did with Jesse Phillips yesterday. It was a really, really nice little interview. As Finley Lyons get a 5-second penalty.
I don't know what that was for, but he is currently 8th on the track, is Finley, for first time out this year for Fusion Motorsport. And Finley Lyons, sadly, he's not going to get his 3rd career British Championship podium in this race. There's Kanish Grau in 4th position, Max Endicott in 5th, and 6th position, Will Green. Will Green got the first podium of his career in the opening round at PFI, but he's a little bit off that at the moment. 6th, all on his own in 7th position is George Edgar. George won the equivalent of this event, which was the Army Cadet Final back in 2022 here. Oh, Harley Musk getting a 5-second penalty.
He recently dropped to the back of the order as well.
So he obviously was involved in an incident.
Yes.
Spun and was given a penalty for the pleasure. But now, outside the top 10, George Clark runs 11th. Teddy J. Porter is 12th. Archie Owen, any Welsh driver in the field, is up into 13th position. Aryan Naya, good drive from Aryan Naya, up 5 places to 14th. Harrison Rogers having a good run as well. He's gained 7 places. In fact, just looking there, he is Archie Owens up 8 places, Harrison Rogers up 7 places, Jacob Basher is 16th, and Knight Measures up 8 places to 17th. Then you've got Luca Narroway, Sukmani Kira, she has dropped to 19th, so not a great day for Sukmani at the moment. Rashid Hilal is 20th. They'll make that 21st because Jensen Ackerman has just gone through with Nat Johnson, Noah Curtis, and Harley Musk, the remaining runners.
Just as you mentioned, Night Measures getting up 8 positions, he immediately got a warning flag.
Well, I mean, he's obviously been trying his hardest.
Exactly, yeah, pushing up through the order.
Just a warning. That was something. Just a warning. Maybe there was a bit of driving that the marshals or the race directors thought was not penalty worthy, but on the cusp of aggressiveness that is acceptable.
Yes.
How should we say that?
There's a move to the inside.
Finley Lines. Now, he will know, because as they come across the line, you'll see, just above our camera position, there is a big digital display board that that obviously the images you see on your screen when it comes to penalties, mechanical flags, things like that, that is communicated to the drivers. Not the fastest laps, that's for us, the viewers, but it is, any in-race decisions or a 5-second penalty or a mechanical flag, the drivers do see that.
That was so impressive from Finley Lyons around the final corner there. Overtook Ethan Woodward into the final corner, then got a good enough exit to get Aaron Richardson into the first corner. Fantastic racing from Finley Lyons, and he's now leading that group of 3, pressing on towards the front. There are your leaders coming through the shot. Battling still continuing throughout. Here is Finley Lyons leading those 3 down into Wilkins. And yeah, the 2 behind of Aaron Richardson and Ethan Woodward just sitting behind as well. Working together now to push forward. It's Finley Lyons seemingly the fastest of the 3.
Yes, indeed. Through Park Bend into Cafe Corner. Out of Cafe Corner through Pitts Bend, down Stratford, straight to Stratford Hairpin. The top 3. Well, Lovett has not been dropped. Archie Lovett sitting with Phillips and Jarlath Sayer. The only driver in this lead trio that hasn't won a final is Sayer in kart number 49. Ethan Woodward getting a 5-second penalty in kart number 83 for Fusion Motorsport. Ethan is currently 10th on the road, so that will be a penalty for Ethan. But so how many? No, that is going to be 3 or 4 drivers. We got Finley Lyons has had a penalty. Ethan Woodward's had a penalty. Harley Musk's had a penalty, but he's already down towards the back. So the likes of Archie Owen, who is up for the Croc promotion, number 14 of Archie Owen, is already up 10 places to 11th, and he's got the 2 drivers directly in front of him, Woodward and Lyons, have both got penalties, so that puts him into 9th. Great drive.
Yeah, he's sitting well, isn't he, there? Ready to pick up the pieces from other people's mistakes, but of course he's going to want to press on anyway. He's only about 9/10 behind Finley Lyons, so although it's nice to be able to take one because of a penalty, it's also much nicer to take them on circuit under your own steam.
Yep, take him anyway, get him. So the
Exactly.
the Glantaff Comprehensive School pupil, Archie Owen, looking for his first career top 10 in the Motorsport UK Wera Tours British Kart Championship. Field getting quite spread out now behind the top 3. Anyway, you can see, karts flooding across the start-finish line. Harrison Rogers has slipped back to 17th place, and Night Measures up into 16th position now. So Night Measures having a really good run from the back of the field. Jesse Phillips, head down, just keeps pushing on. And these 3 have got a huge gap. They've got a nearly 3-second gap on the 4th place driver, Kanish Grau. Kanish Grau in kart number 22. He has finished 4th or 5th or 6th so many times. The podium has evaded him so far, but he is working. It looks like it's going to evade him once again if things stay as they are. 4.5 minutes to go. Last year's reigning British champion Jesse Phillips continues to lead, but only by a whisker over Jarlath Sayer. Not the surprise this season, but certainly, for me, one of the standout drivers of the season. He was mid-pack at best last year. He's jumped on board with Fusion. He's now right up at the front this year.
I've been really impressed by these front 3, despite them being some of our younger drivers in the paddock. The heads-up driving from Phillips, Sayer and Lovett to work together throughout this one and just not cause that fight, despite Archie Lovett being in a different team from Jesse Phillips and Jarlath Sayer. So great working together as well, and a big shout-out to all our marshals in orange out on circuit. There you see some of the officials and marshals watching on from the sidelines and making sure our race meetings are as safe as they can possibly be, but the racing has been fantastic, and we were saying earlier, a really, really good run through the pack from, mine and Henry's probably favourite name in the paddock, Night Measures. Clearly was a bit fired up from being fired off in the pre-final. He's doing a great job throughout this one. Here we look back to another little battle. There are battles going on throughout the field. I think this might be Harley Musk and Noah Curtis, who were battling over 23rd place there after both having some difficulties earlier on in the race, still having a great little battle. And yes, it is the 21 and the 18, so it doesn't matter. You never give up in racing. Even though you're down at the back, the race hasn't quite gone how you wanted it to go. You can still have a brilliant battle throughout. With just less than 3 minutes now to go on the clock, we look back to our leaders and our drivers near the front of the field. And there is Max Endicott still just behind Will Green, but sort of in a bit of no man's land, these two. But onto another lap go the leaders. Still Jesse Phillips leading, but Archie Lovett has got through on Jarlath Sayer.
Yes, so this is now important time for Archie Lovett. He's I don't think they're going to be able to drop Jarlath Sayre, although he's going to try. So you're not. I don't think you're going to see Archie Levitt in the number 88 Oliver Roller Motorsport Kart. I don't think you're going to see him make a move straight away on Jesse Phillips. He's going to give it, but he's got about a minute, maybe a lap and a half, to maybe put a little bit of daylight. Now, at this stage of the race, he doesn't want to. They're not going to build a massive gap. All Archie Levitt wants is enough of a gap so that he can maybe swing out extra wide coming into a corner to get the undercut without Jarlath being close enough to stuff his nose at the inside and spoil the move. So Levitt will try just to get, all he needs is about 6 or 7 kart lengths. That's all Archie Levitt needs to sort of set himself up to make one attack where he doesn't have to worry about what's going on behind him. He can make one attack where he can swing wide going into a corner and not run the risk of losing a position. Oh, as I say that though, Phillips defends, and Phillips starts defending, and that scuppers Archie Levitt's plans completely.
Indeed, just got forced to go out wide there, didn't he? Take that slightly wider line, and through dived Jarlath Sayre, saw that inside line opening and said, yeah, thank you very much, I'll take that. Back into second place they go. Just less than a minute and a half left to go on the clock then, and once again, the Fusion Motorsport karts at the front of the field working together once more.
Yes, indeed. Out of Wilkins. On to what will be lap number 18. Phillips, Sayre, Levitt. It's as you were for nearly the whole race. Here comes Levitt back up the inside of Sayre, going into cafe corner. Surprised him up the inside. Job done. Into P2 once again. Phillips, though, now has a couple of kart lengths advantage. And Sayre will try the crossover move. Levitt's got to be very tactical. He's got to sort of attack with one mind and then defend with the other.
You see the point forward there from Jarlath Sayre. I think that was to Jesse Phillips in the lead, who was looking back at the time.
Yeah. So you go. And looking over the shoulder. So why do the drivers look over the shoulder? There's no rear view mirrors on these karts, you may have noticed. But again, it's so important where you've got to position yourself,
To be fair, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some rear view cameras in the helmets at some point in the near future.
That'd be technology. That'd be good. The race directors and the stewards would love that idea.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Not. Here we go. 10 seconds remaining. The 26, Jesse Phillips. The 88, Archie Levitt. The 49, Jarlath Sayre. Sayre is trying to go around the outside. Will he? No, it's not going to work for him. And he loses momentum. Again, that's just a little bit of inexperience showing there.
Indeed, tried it there. Goes down the inside. Bit of contact between the two of them. Not quite. Robin is racing at the end of the day, but they were squabbling there over the curb on the exit of the S's. But once again, it feeds back into what it was before. So an attempt for the lead from Archie Levitt sees him lose the position to Jarlath Sayre once more. It's still Jesse Phillips who's leading the race as we head on to the final lap. Levitt's there. He's got a good exit. Switches back to the outside. So does Jesse Phillips. Someone down the inside tries Jarlath Sayre. He might take it. They're going to be somewhere. They make contact. Nearly off goes Jarlath Sayre. He catches that really nicely. But what a great exit from Archie Levitt. He's going to be alongside now as they go through pit bend. Just is squeezed out to the exit by Jesse Phillips. So now it's Jesse Phillips in the lead. Round the outside tries Jarlath Sayre, and Archie Levitt holds on to second place, but only just.
Half a lap from home. Phillips, Levitt and Sayre. Through Bruce, there's a move up the inside. Levitt, he runs them both wide. Sayre's going to capitalise. Archie Levitt dove it in very deep and just couldn't get on the apex. Phillips was on the outside. He had nowhere to go. He had to slow down. Jarlath Sayre, the seas parted, and he is about to become a new winner in the Wera Tours British Karting Championship. A first career win for Jarlath Sayre. Archie Levitt, he had to go for it, and he just drove a little too deep going into Bruno chicane. Phillips was on the outside anyway. He had nowhere to go, and he still comes home in third position. Kanishk Rao finishes fourth, just off the podium again for Kanishk Rao. George Edgar comes home in fifth position. Then it is Will Green in sixth, Max Endicott in seventh, Aaron Richardson eighth before his he hasn't got a penalty, eighth. Ethan Woodward and Finney Lyons ninth and 10th on the road, but they have got 5-second in-race penalties. Archie Owen will then take ninth position. Teddy J. Porter will get a top 10 as well. Arya Neyer and George Clark were home next. I've got to say, George Clark, top 14 finish. That, I think, is the best in the British Championship for the new team, Oracle Motorsport. Then we have Jacob Bashler, Night Measures, Sukmani Kira, Harrison Rogers, Archie. That's nice again. There's a problem there. Archie Lover didn't finish 19th. He finished in the podium. So Luca Narroway in 19th. Then Nat Johnson, Jensen Ackerman, Rashid Hilal. Well, welcome to the UK, Rashid. Rashid takes 22nd position finish. Harley Musk, Noah Curtis. Sadly, Max Ewell failed to finish. There's a look at the pit lane area. You can see Paul Klassen in the black shirt there, the technical commissioner for the championship. He looking over the karts. But Lucy Derrick will be down with our top 3 finishers. A brand new race winner, Jala Sayer, is about to speak to Lucy Derrick.
Brilliant, thanks guys. What a last lap that was. We're joined by Jala Sayer. How was that last lap? What happened?
Amazing. Jesse and Archie, they had a little collision in the chicane and I just came out, got the exit and took the lead.
Well, that was unexpected. Were you expecting anything for that last lap or were you just hoping to stay where you were?
I didn't really mind because I knew I was being the top 3. Just as long as I got in one of them positions, I'll be happy.
Yeah, so am I right in thinking you started on pole?
Yeah.
Yeah? So you were kind of hoping to do that. With the extended length of the final, were you kind of looking at changing your strategy or were you just hoping to get out as far ahead as you could?
I mean, I wanted to have a good start. I didn't drive as well at the end, but still stayed there, so really happy.
Well, congratulations, buddy. That was a brilliant race for you. Is there anyone you'd like to thank at all?
I'd like to thank my mechanic Reggie, my mum, my dad, Fusion, Jack, Neil, Dan and Apex Hydration.
Brilliant. Well, it was lovely to chat to you. Good job. I believe somewhere we're looking for Archie Lovett, P2. Congratulations, mate.
Thank you.
What happened on that last lap from your point of view?
Jarlath tried to go on the inside of Jesse and then they rubbed wheels, so I tried to get overtake Jesse and then rub wheels with me. So he defended, and then on the chicane I got on the inside of him, rubbed wheels with him, and then Jarlath just got the outside.
Well, it was definitely an interesting last lap to watch. So you're running P2 in the championship going into this weekend. That's given you some points ahead of Jesse Phillips, who finished 3rd, I believe. So are you kind of looking at the championship? What have you got in store for the rest of the races this year?
Just try win them all. That's right.
That's all you can hope for, really, isn't it? Is there anyone you'd like to thank at all?
Grice, the whole of ORM, and my dad for mechanicking me, and Harry Platten for driver coaching me.
Brilliant. Well, great race, buddy. It was lovely to chat to you.
Thank you.
We're looking for Jesse Phillips. What happened there, mate? Last lap, you kind of looked promising for you, didn't it? Are you disappointed or are you feeling good because you went into this race leading the championship?
Well, obviously it's not the result that we were hoping for, but in the end we came away with the top 3. It's good points for the championship. I'm a bit disappointed with myself. Left a little bit of a gap through the chicane. We collided, which gave Sayer the run out of the chicane and got the win, so I'm really happy for him.
It's brilliant. You did a brilliant job, and it's racing. Everyone learns from it, don't they? So was there any highlights for you in that race? Because you led quite a lot of it.
Well, yeah, I think I drove really well personally. I think I led well. I thought I kept my pace up throughout the whole race. And I thought for the second to last lap, I thought I defended quite well, and then I just needed to know for the next lap that he was going to go for even more moves, so that's a mistake on my side.
Brilliant. It was lovely to chat to you. Do you have anyone you want to thank at all?
Well, the whole of Fusion, Jake, my mechanic, Shocks for the waft, and yeah, my mum and dad for coming up to watch me.
Perfect. It was lovely to chat to you. I think we're going to go back to the comms box now for KZ2 final.
Thank you very much, Lucy. Oh, great to hear from all of the drivers and see how happy our top 3 were to be on the podium. That was a fantastic race.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now get the podium presentation underway for the unrestricted Water Swift class here at Event 5 of the 2023 Motorsport UK Wera Tours British Karting Championship at Shenington. And finishing in third position, the reigning IAMI Cadet British Champion, points make prizes, is another podium for Fusion Motorsport's Jesse Phillips. And Jesse still leads the championship, going for 2 cadet titles in a row. The last driver to get 2 consecutive British cadet titles was a certain Sam Jenkins back in 2004 and 2005. Finishing in second position yesterday, this driver went from last to first in one of the heat races. It's a P2 this time for Oliver Roller Motorsports' Archie Levitt. But it's always good welcoming a brand new face to the top step of the podium. This driver in his second season in the Wera Tours British Karting Championship. He helps his Fusion Motorsport team to within 1 win of Dan Holland in the overall all-time modern era Wera Tours record books. With his winning mechanic Reggie Dewey, it's Jarlath Sayer. And Jarlath winning half a lap from home in true Mr. Excitement fashion, picking up plenty of tips from his mechanic. And Jarlath has now got 2 podiums in the last 2 rounds, but a first win. And congratulations, your Water Swift unrestricted podium, ladies and gentlemen.